This is the House Orange Sports Channel. This is Frank. We got some Lady Vols portal news tonight. It's on a defection, though, opposed to an incoming player. Make sure you hit the like, the share, the subscribe. Greatly appreciate all your support along the way. Portal season, men's and women's, it's going to be hot and heavy. I'm going to cover it as well as I can within the time frame of it on here. Really appreciate the support once again. But Avery Strickland, she has decided to enter the transfer portal for Tennessee. So she posted, the nice message today. She has 1 year eligibility left. And if you looked at it this year as well, talked about it in their final game, that there were some that stood out to me as potential portal entries, and this was one of them. And she had her most extensive playing time in the 22-23 season when she was a freshman. Playing time dipped as a sophomore, and then this year she only played 19 games. She played in 30 her freshman year, 20 her sophomore, 19 this year as well. She went from 6.2 points per game her freshman year, just under a point per game her sophomore year, 1.9 points per game this year as well. And, this is kind of what I've talked about here. Best of luck to her. Best of luck in finding a spot where she can do her thing her last year as well. But here's what you got. And it was, a part of it this year with this team. It's a part of it where they were at was Kim Caldwell inherited a team that was kind of like with her style of play. Doesn't mean she inherited bad players when I say this, but it was kind of like square pegs in a round hole. And a lot of the players just did not fit what she wanted to do. They were recruited by Kelly Harper. They fit her system, but they didn't fit Kim Caldwell's. So with Strickland leaving, so that gives this team another option or another scholarship available. So basically what I'm coming up with is, and seeing some stuff, is they have 4 open positions, barring that there's no more portal entries. And I've seen the rumors about Talasia Cooper. I've said it on here before. I'm curious to see what happens here because it seemed like there's times that maybe her and Kim Caldwell didn't mesh together. So Cooper is as good as Cooper wants to be. It depends on what she's doing when she's on the court. When it's going good, yeah, it's all fine and dandy. But when it's not, that's when, things go a little bit differently. We'll just say on that. So you have coming back next year as of right now, Ruby Whitehorn, Kanaya Boyd, Kaya Wynn, Z Spearman, Alyssa Latham, Talasia Cooper. That's your returners. That's a pretty good group. Then you have Maya Paldo, Denia Prawl, Jada Seville, Lauren Hurst. All right. Edie Darby is a walk-on is a walk-on. So she doesn't count, what's her eligibility as well. So based on this, if everybody returns that I just mentioned, this team should have, if they go up to 15 scholarships, that would give them, it still gives them 4. With the 5 signees, with everybody returning, that would give them 4 scholarships. That'd be a pretty good group. And they're in on some people. They're in on some of these ladies along the way. There's the Boston College transfer I talked about earlier in the week. There was one of the LSU transfers that they're in on. There is not a whole lot of info out there right now, but I would venture to say that this Lady Vols program is going to be in on a lot of people, especially it looks to me like they're going shooting. And that seems to be the common theme with the men and the women. This Lady Vols program, I think they need that, probably a couple of shooters, to be honest with you. Now, if you watch the McDonald's All-American game for the women, I think we've got our answers at point guard. Now, do you want to get a more veteran point guard? Possibly. But Z Spearman is really your only big that's coming back. They could use probably a couple more athletic, stretch the floor type bigs along the way as well. Latham, I think her development's going to be key here as well. She was a pretty highly thought of recruit out of high school, went to Syracuse, transferred to Tennessee. So she did some good things at times this year. I think Latham's improvement could be big because you look at her along the way. Spearman 6'4", Latham 6'2". Other than that, I mean, Prawl is 6'2", Hurst is 6'3". How ready are they when they come in? I think Prawl will be a big part of it. Hurst, what's her status going to be coming in at 6'3" here as well? Pretty good sized team, to be honest with you. I mean, you got the Paldo twins are 5'6", Kanaya Boyd's 5'9". Everybody else on the team is 6 foot or more. So where do we go with that? Can they close with Todd from Boston College? Who else will they get on campus at that point? I wish I had the name of the LSU. Let me look at it. If I pull up the LSU women's roster, I'll see it here. Because I'm thinking off the top of my head, it's like Stemp. All right, let's see here. Let's pull up that roster. And then I can tell you. It is. No, I think it's Smith. Samaya Smith. Does that sound right on here? I just saw like a brief thing about that the Lady Vols were. Yeah, it's Samaya Smith. That's it. She's 6'2". She's a forward. She's a redshirt sophomore. And I've seen that expect the Lady Vols to go pretty heavily after her. So you've got Smith. You've got Tiana Todd from Boston College. That's the main two I've seen that they're really involved with. I think more heavily in terms of like visits and stuff as well. Of course, there's Tanaya Latson, Florida State, but I've not seen anything as far as visits go with her. Seen the Lady Vols mentioned on that one. How serious does that one get? Because you got to think, a scorer like that, everybody's going to be going after her. So the big ones to me right now that you got to keep an eye on are Todd from Boston College and Smith from LSU. That's the main two I've seen mentioned. But this team, they need post. Maybe a veteran point guard. I think so. I think these Paldo twins, though, are going to be really good. And this team, though, next year, I expect a big improvement. I expect a big jump because everyone on that roster, for the most part, I mean, if you take away Kanaya Boyd, Kaya Wynn, Talasia Cooper, that's only three. 3 of 11 so far. That's only 3 that were not directly recruited by Kim Caldwell and her staff. The rest have either come in through the transfer portal or the high school ranks, and they're going to add more to it. Now you've got the type of players you need for that system to work. And I think we'll see a lot different scenario because they like to play a lot of players, and you're going to have every player is going to fit your system at that point. But I'll keep you up. Anything I run across on it, I'll try to keep you updated with it as well. Just same as with the men also. Make sure you hit the like, the share, the subscribe as well. If you like the content, you have not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. It's free. It's free on there. Just it lets you know you get the updates on it as well. But if you want to get into the monetary world and help the channel, there's the link in the description for the channel memberships, the channel Patreon, or there's the super thanks in the bottom right-hand corner. I appreciate all your support. Have a great rest of your evening. This is Frank. This is the House of Orange. And last but not least, go Vols and go Lady Vols.